Hello guys, welcome. This is my first vlog, and I know like on internet there is lot of stuff around this function templates. I'm creating my own because I am coming from the ground level, and I know like where people usually get stuck and why they are not able to write it down the templates kind of code, because maybe they don't have the opportunity, or they are probably slower at the grasping side. I have worked with more than 300 developers. I try to understand people, and yeah, let's get started. So today's topic is function templates, class templates, and VDAC templates. Uh, yeah. So what do you understand by the template? Template you can consider a set of struct structure, okay, and you have seen the printing press machine, you have this or poster stamp. Either you can use the bluing, reading, that kind of stuff, or okay, so here ink is the data type and that stamp is the template. Okay, so similarly over here we will have the template and we'll be replacing it. So let's consider an example where we are adding the, so I'm using Visual Studio. Okay, I have cpp, that is client.file, and template.h file. Okay, so um, let let's have only one example till end so that we will be not on off topic. Okay, so let's say if I ask you to write it down, the function which adds a two number of integer type, what you will write it down, you will write it down like this: your sum a comma b, and you will say, right? Now today you have write it down in, tomorrow you will write it down the same code for float, same code for, you know, double, like this, using compile time polymorphism overloading methodology. You will be achieving this float. Okay, but you know, if there are 10 types of data, you are going to write it down the 10 type this function. So here comes the template. In modern C++, you have the auto, so you can write it down the auto keyword over here, and it will do the stuff for you. Okay, so like this auto, just copy this. Yep. So uh, what I'm trying to say is like, template is a such kind of thing where multiple different parameters, different types of parameter can pass to the same code of structure. Okay, so that your code will be less in terms of writing, but on compile time it will be going to generate whatever it is going to generate. Okay, so if you are able to hear some background noise, please ignore that. Since Mahashivratri is nearby, so we have very big festivals over here. Okay, cool. So let's get started. So for template, so you have to write it down, or you have to learn some syntax, okay, by heart. So since we are using templates, you have to write down templates. Okay, so, and there are two parameters. Either you can use type name over here, or you can use the class is interchangeable in modern C++, but in earlier it is specific, like you have to use the type name and the classes. In modern ways, there are only two code situation where you have to use only a class and only a type name over there. So let's go with the type name first. So type name. Now since I ask you to replace, so let's say I'm using 2 over here, t1 and t2. Now you have to replace t1 and t2 with this t1. Okay, like this. Now it will replace whether it is in float or double. Okay, if two are different, if we know if there will always a single type of parameter will be passing over here, so you can write it down this structure, and it will work, it will work as the same. So let's try to use auto over here. Okay, so this is the structure for template, simple template, nothing fashion or fashionable things over here. Cool. um, okay, so before C++ 17, no, say 14, this will be going to not work. Okay, let me show you. Like, there is one website like cpp.io. You can just visit this at your side. If I hope like my website is, or my screen is visible to you. uh, Let me run this code for you. So for this code, against this code, the things is generated over here. Here you can see. Okay, so let me write it down. Some stuff like some. Okay, so here you see that compile time, this code is getting it generated at the compile set, like it is int. Okay, let's say I'm using 5.6. So the code will able to generate on that way, and it will reduce the actual type at the compile time only. Here it is double and int, and it is static cast to double of the second parameter, which is int. Okay, now, but if I am on C++ 11, but this code will be not going to work, it will give me the error. Here is compilation failed. So how earlier guys are going to do is, they are using the decal type. Okay, a plus b, this is called a trailing parameter. Okay, so if I run this, it will generate the same code which are right now generating by the compiler on C++ 14 and 11. Okay, here you can see same code. So decal type for uh, C++ 11. Okay, cool. Now coming to class template, so let's have an example. Let's say you want to print it down the vector in this way: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and you have to print it down the char something like this, h I high. But since you will be using the default templates, it will print like this. So here comes the partial templates. Okay, so what is the partial templates? It's a templates where there is already existing template, and you are just writing down one more template of the same code for a specific type of parameter. Okay, so this is called a partial templates. So let's write it down on one quick example for you. So let's say there is a class dynamic array. Okay, public. Now let's have the vector over here. Vector of int data. Let's have void push of int val. It's data dot push back of val. Let's say there is print function which will print the value for me. Oh, yep. Okay, cool. So this is the code. Okay, so let's come back to cpp and just create dynamic array of a, and I am here to push some values like 1 2 3. Copy this. 3 4. Any guesses like what will be the output? Sorry, I have to print also. So here is its output. But what about if I want to print the char in like high fashion? So like H and I. So I have to use the template. So how it should be like template tem template class T. Just copy this T and just replace whenever you see the int and just save and run the code. You see the compilation issue. Now why this compilation issue? Because you have to specify like what is the parameter. It is char. Now here you see it is high. Okay, but I see like there is a space. I don't want that space, so here comes the partial template. So code is the same, like I say, it is the same code. You just have to remove this. Okay, and you have to specify the type over here, char, and that's it. The same code will work like a charm for you. So you have to replace a T with char because right now you are partitioning the templates for the specific char data type. So here it will work like this. So let me save and run this code F5. Yep, now here you can see high. So for simplicity, let's come over here and in after push, let's see out handle. Now I have to make in the client. I have to just copy this code, some undo over here. Yes, okay, make it a B, B, okay. Now I have to specify the int since we are using templates, and now if I make use of 10, I got an error. I don't know like why. Maybe the intelligence issue. So here you can see now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and high. It is because of this code, because I have partially implemented this. So the what is the structure? You have to write it down this. So here we have class T. Now I have removed this. Since I have removed this, I have to make sure like I am adding the type over here after the class name, and rest of the code will be same with replacing the type. So this is called a partial templates. So I hope like I know like it is quite fast, but if you have any query questions, just ping me over in the chat. I will be there to help you guys. So let me know like what kind of issue you get. This is my first vlog, so let me know like how I can improve. Thank you.